Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gertie Lukele and I'm an aspiring rally driver and a rally motorsport and driving enthusiast, and today we're going to do things a little bit differently. I thought I'd film a little get to know me so you can understand me, my journey, what I do, and I guess what I'd like to achieve. I don't really post a lot about myself or anything, so I thought it would be a nice little video just to have up if ever you have any questions or you're wondering a little bit about me and this girl who's just rallying all the time. I thought I'd answer a few common questions which I have in this video, so let's get straight into it. Decided to turn off the main light also. It's just a little bit more comfortable for me just to have the one light on. So a little bit about myself. Like I always say in my intros, my name is Gertie Lukele and I am an aspiring rally driver and a rally driving and motorsport enthusiast. I love to drive. I absolutely love it, so that's where my passion lies, in rally. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my story, how I got into rally, my journey, my sim racing journey. Oh yeah, I'm 30. I have 4 cats. Silas, Shiloh, Salem, and Sawyer. Sawyer and Salem are girls, and then Silas and Shiloh are my boys. So yeah, I got no kids. It's just me. No man, I'm very single. So I literally live on my sim and I do content full time right now. Okay, so my journey. Let's chat about my journey. It actually takes me way back. I only started posting online maybe around 2023, I think it was. That's when I started my content journey in sim racing, but there was a lot that preceded that got me to the point where I am right now, and yeah, making all of these videos and content about rallying, and yeah, putting my love and my passion out there for motorsport. So where do we start? Usually I always say 2018 because that's the point at which I remember where everything started. Like, okay, so what happened was I used to get a lot of compliments. Yeah, that's where it started. I used to get a lot of compliments about my driving, car guards, my friends of friends, people I gave lifts to. Everyone used to compliment me about my driving, and at the time I was driving a Renault Clio 4. So that was my first car. It was manual. It was so much fun. It had like the little turbo, everything. It was an amazing car. That's the car that made me fall in love with driving. And now I drive an Audi A1. That's going a little bit off the plot, but yeah, let's get back to the story. So yeah, everyone used to compliment me about my driving, like, oh, you're such a great driver. You know, even when I'm putting in fuel, the petrol attendants would also compliment me about my driving. So I didn't really think of it at the time. I was just like, oh, okay, everyone's just complimenting me about my driving. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks guys. I didn't think anything of it, so I just carried on with my life. And yeah, I did enjoy driving, but I didn't think there was much that I could do or I could go into. Like, motorsport was way at the back of my mind. I didn't even think of it. So yeah, I didn't even think of motorsports. And then what happened was I was driving to Pretoria with my friend. So there's an off-ramp that leads to Pretoria on the N1. So I love that off-ramp. It's my favorite off-ramp. So what happened was, it was the perfect conditions because there's a specific way I like to take the off-ramp, and there weren't too many cars. It was the perfect conditions. So I'm driving with my friend and I'm like, oh my gosh, please give me this moment. We're approaching my favorite off-ramp. Please, just quiet, please hush. I want to take this off-ramp the way I want to take it right now. Like, it was just so perfect. Anyway, we took the off-ramp and I took it the way that I like to take it, like the best, like just how I like to take it. So anyway, at the end, I'm like so happy. I'm like, oh, this is so great, thank you so much. And he looks at me, he's like, you're so weird. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, who has a favorite off-ramp? You should just go and be a race car driver. I was like, what is he talking about? You know, friends always say like weird random stuff, so I was just like, what are you talking about? So I was just like, whatever. I brushed it off. I didn't think anything of it. So oops, I just kicked my stand. So what happened was, after that I was planning a trip. Me and my sister planned a trip to Eswatini. So what happened was, I had given my niece a pink laptop, which I had given her a while ago. I think it was giving her issues, it was crashing or something like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, please can you bring me the laptop? I want to use the pink laptop that I gave to you. So anyway, we planned the trip to Eswatini, to Swaziland. My phone. Okay, so anyway, me and my sister planned a trip to Eswatini, going to visit family or anything like that. So I think that's what we're doing. It was Easter or it was my niece's birthday. So we were going to either celebrate Easter or do my niece's birthday at the same time. or visiting family. I can't even remember. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, please can you bring me the pink laptop, like the one that I gave to my niece. Is giving her problems. I want to get all my data off the laptop before it crashes. So she's like, oh, okay, no problem, let's go, I'll bring it to you, wada. So anyway, we get to Eswatini, and as I'm taking off the data on the laptop, so I got my hard drive, get to Eswatini, everything, I'm taking off all the data off the laptop. So what happens is, as I'm taking all the data off the laptop, what happens is I stumble across a folder called Ken Block. And at the time, I didn't know who Ken Block was, I didn't know what he did, I didn't know anything about motorsport. Like, this is 2018. At the time, long before I started anything. So anyway, I got the laptop out, and as I'm taking off the data, I see Ken Block's folder, and I look at this folder. I'm like, okay, what is this? Anyway, I open up the files and I see like Gymkhana, and I'm like, Gymkhana 1, Gymkhana 2, and I'm like, what in the world is Gymkhana? I didn't know anything. So anyway, I just opened one of the videos, and one of the videos started playing, and it started with the introduction of what Gymkhana actually is. So what happened is, now I remember it was Gymkhana 3, where he's at the track in France, and yeah, he does the donuts at the end, burns out the tires completely. So anyway, it starts with the introduction. I'm like, Gymkhana, I'm reading, I'm like, what is this? Anyway, it starts, Ken Block starts, he's doing his thing, he's racing around the track, he's doing donuts, he's burning out the tires everywhere. I was amazed, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was in that moment I knew, like, this is exactly what I want to do. Everything made sense. It's like everything built up to the moment that I saw his videos, and once I saw his video, I had this like epiphany, like an awakening almost, and I knew like, this is where my heart is, this is what I want to do, this is the direction that I want to take my life in. So yeah, that's how I started with motorsport, and that's how I discovered that, okay, this is what I want to go into. And there's so many different kind of motorsport. How I settled on rally, yeah, let me get into that now. So anyway, after seeing the video of Ken Block on my laptop, well, my old laptop, what happened was I texted my friend, like the same friend that I was traveling to Pretoria with, who I had the moment with on the off-ramp. I'm like, yo, I just found Ken Block's videos on my old laptop. Like, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to get into motorsport. I was telling him all about the moment that I had. I was like, oh, I was just blown away. I was in awe just watching him. Like, I felt like so alive watching him do what he did. Like, I want to do exactly what he's been doing. I want to get into like this driving stuff, because I didn't know like motorsport, anything. So I'm like, I want to get into this, but I don't even know how. Where do I start? And he was like, oh, okay, just go online, like go research, like check out the pages online and essay what you can do and all of that stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I went onto the Motorsport South Africa page. So anyway, as I'm going through the Motorsport South Africa page, they have a section called Getting Started. So when I went into the Getting Started section, it had so many different kinds of motorsport. It had karting, drifting, oval racing, rally, and I'm like, what in the world? I didn't know anything at the time. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, what is all of this different kind of motorsport? Like, I don't even know what I want to get into. And as I'm reading about everything, nothing is clicking. So I was just like, okay, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so as I was driving back to SA from Eswatini, what happened was the road from Eswatini is very narrow, so it's usually very empty as well. So I was just having the time of my life. Like, I'm flying, I'm taking all the twists and turns. It was so much fun, and I was having the time of my life driving on the road. So I was wondering, like, to myself, like, I thought, what could sort of emulate this experience that I'm having on this road, like give me the same feeling of freedom and, you know, just unpredictability, and I don't know, just that exhilaration, that excitement, that joy that I felt driving on the road at the time. So yeah, I don't know what made me I think it was the video from Ken Block also, just I think knowing that this is what I want to get into. Like, maybe it had a different experience for me because I've driven on that road so many times, but for now this experience was so different. I was just like, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to feel the way I'm feeling right now as I'm driving on this road. I want to have that exhilaration, that joy, that, oh my gosh, what is it? What is that word I'm looking for? Anyway, so I didn't know it at the time, but my friend was at the gym at Virgin Active. And while I'm driving on the road, I was thinking like what could sort of replicate this experience that I'm having. I didn't know he's at the gym. So what happened was when I got back to my place, he came over and he's like to me, oh, the same friend who I had the experience with on the Pretoria Road on the N1 with the off-ramp. So what happens is he came over and he's like to me, oh, so I was at the gym today, and they were playing like this motorsport thing on TV, and the cars were like driving this close to each other. They were on gravel, they were on tarmac, they were doing jumps and all of this stuff. They were like this close to each other, they were speeding all over the place. And it was a motorsport kind of thing, and it was called Rallycross. You should check it out. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check out some Rallycross and see what it's all about. So anyway, I went online on Instagram looking at what Rallycross is, on YouTube, everything. So I ended up settling on rally. So I'm looking at everything and I'm just like, oh my gosh, rally. Like as I'm researching and looking at everything, I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do. It just highlights everything that I love about driving. Like anyway, what happened after that is I went onto the Motorsport South Africa page, and when I went on to back to the getting started section, I clicked on rally now because I'm like, okay, I want to go into rally. And at the time they had a recommendation for like a rally course, a rally school. So I went and I booked that course. That's where my rally journey kind of started. Yeah, I was shortlisted for, when I went for the course now, I was shortlisted for a rally team, an all ladies rally team called Rally Star Ladies. And yeah, unfortunately we didn't make much progress in the team. We struggled to get off the ground, find sponsorships, and then we had a little bit of progress and all of that, but unfortunately we were just unsuccessful. And life, I guess it happens. And unfortunately a few years after that our instructor passed away, and he was so gracious, so nice, and he gave us like, he was teaching us the pace notes and stuff. We had a short little stint in rally school, and I still have the DVDs and the pace notes which he gave us from the rally school. So yeah, that was just kind of tragic afterwards. So yeah, yeah, that's how I started with rally. I got into sim racing. What happened is I saw Cookies and Cars, no, my friend saw Cookies and Cars on YouTube, and he came to me and he's like, yeah, I saw this girl like online, she was like racing and she was tearing it up on a sim. He's like, why don't you just go get a sim and just stop posting like your videos or just practicing stuff like that? So I'm like, alright. And I went and I got my Logitech wheel and I started posting content, and here we are today. So that is my story. I've just been, I guess, sharing my love for rally and posting some sim racing videos, and I've just been having the time of my life as well. So yeah, it's very, like, it means so much for me. It's like amazing to be able to share. It's very humbling as well to be able to share this with everyone and just, yeah, go on this journey with everyone. So yeah, that's my story.